All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed here for you. Don't forget, I post 1, 2, or 3 every day. And here we go. Californians get their own special Gladiator. It is the Big Bear Edition. Now, just recently, about a month or so ago, we talked about the new 2025 Wrangler Big Bear Edition. It was coming out. This one's kind of similar, but it actually offers a little better kind of deal. But again, Jeep does some very weird things in these specialty vehicles that makes zero sense to me. But let's talk about it. This one is called the Big Bear Edition, and it's recognized because of the fact that it's based on the same as the one with the JK, how they did it, but it is for California only customers. You have to get it in California. And it's named after that from California's Big Bear Lake, and it is based on the Sport S trim. Okay, that is important. Based on a Sport S trim, but you're getting some upgrades. You're getting the 17-inch black aluminum wheels, 32-inch mud terrains. So think about the wheels and tires basically they're on our Willys. As well as you get the steel Rockwells, also on the Willys, Rubicon Mojaves. It doesn't go as far, though, as a Willys package or Willis, okay, since you don't get a rear locker or the Off-Road Plus mode here. For those that don't know, the reason that the Off-Road Plus mode is so important is because the Off-Road Plus button that's in there will allow you to use your rear locker in 4 high. Now, I still highly suggest you just get a Taser Mini so you can use your rear locker in 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. And if you got a Rubicon, you can use your front locker in 4 high as well, too. Definitely well worth getting that Taser Mini. But this is based on a Sport S, so you're not getting the locker at all, and you're not getting the Off-Road Plus button, but you do get the aluminum wheels, and you do get the mud terrain tires. That's a nice feature in there. Now, it also brings leather seats. You're getting leather seats in this thing, which is nice. That's a big step up. Leather seats, but now they're heated in the front and a heated steering wheel. Power heated mirrors. Okay, why in California does somebody need heated front seats, heated steering wheels, and power heated mirrors? It's like putting that option. It's like when they did this on like the, what did they call that, Everglades one or whatever they called that one down there in Florida last year, and it had the same thing. Why do people in Florida need heated seats and steering wheels and heated mirrors? Makes no sense, especially the power heated mirrors. But anyway, you're getting it. Okay, it's part of this package. But now, good things, you're getting keyless entry. That's a beautiful thing. I love that on mine. I have that on my Rubicon. You're getting adaptive cruise control, remote start, universal garage door opening, and basically all the rest of the bits that come from the Sport S Convenience Group package. A 12.3 infotainment screen, still standard, as does first and second row side curtain airbags. Those were upgrades that happened earlier. You can order it from California Jeep dealer. The automaker is limiting the production run to 5,000 units, and it will have the Big Bear sticker on the side, as you see right here. It is a special edition truck. You can see the rims right here on it. However, it will have mud terrains, and this does not look like mud terrain tires on there, but it does say it comes with mud terrains. And so price-wise, $48,000 is what it is, including the destination charge. Says that's $4,490 above and beyond the Sport S. So you're basically paying $4,500 more, but of that, half of that, $2,300 is part of that convenience group. So if you bought a Sport S and you kicked in this convenience group in there, you're really only like $2,200 difference to go to the Big Bear, which does get you the leather seats. It gets you all this stuff that we saw right on here, and it gets you the aluminum wheels and the mud terrains, and you get the special edition of only one of 5,000 being made. So, there's some advantages to this. I think this one is a bigger hit price-wise than what you're, bigger as in bonus hit. Like not a bad hit, but a good thing. It's going to be a hit. For the Gladiator version than what the Wrangler version did. So all in all, you're paying a couple grand, about $2,200 more to get these nice features, and they're features that would cost you that much anyway. So I don't think it's necessarily that bad. You can get it in 41. You can get it in black, bright white, granite crystal, hydro blue, firecracker red, anvil, mojito, and another recent addition this year, not among other choices though. So anyway, so pretty sweet, not gonna lie. This one actually kind of makes sense in what it is and does. Would I buy it? No, I'm not going to rush out to California to get one, but something for you to consider, and it is another edition, a special edition for the Gladiator. Moving on from there, we go into this one here. This one drives me nuts. Car makers are reinventing the gear shifter and drivers aren't on board. We are not on board. We are so tired of these weird, stupid, gimmicky, cheesy, gizmo-y things that we got going on for our gear selectors. It says here, recent years, car makers have embraced technological freedom that comes with electric vehicles and advanced electronic systems. The shifter allowed for the removal of traditional. This shift allowed for the removal of traditional mechanical linkage in cars, freeing up interior space for more modern features, and of course, a new way to shift gears. We have seen this, and there's so many of them I straight up cannot stand. Like Honda with their weird push by, I cannot stand. So many of these ways they do this stuff now, and I cannot stand a little joystick controller that Chevy uses and everything. I do not. There's so many things I do not like. I don't mind the column shifter in Chevy trucks now, with it being right up there on the column. It's not horrible, even though it's still electronic, and I don't mind the knob in like the Rams and stuff. I'm even okay with that, but some of the stuff is getting out of hand. As these high-tech shifters are more of a distraction than a breakthrough for many drivers, the answer is yes. Okay, we're fed up with it. It says here too, gear selectors are evolving into smaller, sleeker, and often more complex designs. For example, in the Hyundai Ioniq 5 SUV, hides its shifter behind the steering wheel, an innovation that actually caught the attention of Sean O'Malley, a senior test coordinator at the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. He says right here, we couldn't find a gear shifter, and he says that how difficult it was for him and his colleagues to locate the device in a car that otherwise was seemingly straightforward. It was definitely not obvious where it was. Here it is. I still don't know where it is. Okay, I looked at this picture for like 2 minutes as best I could. I have no idea what it actually is. Is it on here? I don't know. But again, stupid stuff. Stupid stuff that makes no sense whatsoever. Says, while many automakers, Honda and Tesla, have redefined the way we interact with gear shifters, their designs can feel unfamiliar, disorienting to anyone not used to them. And the frustration doesn't stop with automotive testers. Car shoppers, renters, and valets alike have found themselves stumped with the unconventional gear shift selectors, which often require an entirely new set of instructions to operate. This isn't something we need to play with. This isn't something we need to mess with. Some of the more out there designs include joysticks like gear selectors, dials, and even a touchscreen-based gear shifting. This innovation are often part of an effort to stand out in a competitive market by offering unique, futuristic interiors. We don't care. Take, for example, this one's kind of interesting. Look at this. Okay, do you see this thing? This is pretty nuts here, what it is. So here's what it is. Take, for example, the Crystal Fierce shifter found in the Genesis GV60 electric SUV, described as automotive art by the brand. The illuminated orb rotates when the car is powered on, revealing a twist knob shifter. Maybe wooed by fancy design enthusiasts, many drivers are left scratching their head. One driver even reported that the orb essentially eating a Post-it note that they stuck near it. So this thing comes open and alive and reveals the knob under there. And when it closed on him, it stole his Post-it note. He says, I can hear the paper still in there. I can't really see it anymore, but I can hear it in there. He can't get it out. Why does stuff have to be this way? Why? I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Says Tesla, too, has taken a deep leap in putting touchscreen territory with models like the S5 or the Model S Plaid, where the shifting is done in the vehicle's touchscreen. You guys thought it was bad that Chevy put the lights in the touchscreen? How about your shifting option is now in a Tesla is in the screen? Okay, the Chrysler minivan, for instance, the dial shifter placed uncomfortably close to the radio's volume knob. One driver expressed concern that the dial was a recipe for mistakes. Imagine a situation where someone might actually turn a dial while trying to adjust the volume, creating an unintended gear shift. Unbelievable that some of this stuff is going in that Chrysler one. It even has been called out for safety issues. A few years ago, Chrysler's dial shifter system was linked to numerous rollaway accidents and a fatality, prompting federal regulators to declare it not intuitive. Similarly, Consumers Reports highlighted the potential safety hazard in the Rivian R1S electric SUV, where the vehicle accidentally shifts into reverse while the driver attempted to adjust the adaptive cruise control. Okay, these systems are unacceptable and it's getting to be a problem. Right here's what they're talking about. Look at the radio knobs right here. Here's your shift knob. Somebody comes over here and goes and hits that one instead of this one, and they got problems. So in many cases, the risk of unconventional shifters has been met with frustration and confusion. Many drivers aren't accustomed to their new systems, feel the same disconnection with this. So here's that little, Nissan uses it too, like GM with that little joystick shifter, cannot stand them. I can't think of any consumer push for radical change in gear selectors. And echoing the sentiment of many frustrated drivers, whose idea was this? It's like, leave it alone. It worked before. This is not something to tinker with and play with, and I sure in the heck don't ever want to see any kind of crap like this in there. And what about giving me a console? Look at underneath this, all this dead space while this floats out there. They might think that's cool, but I'd rather have a whole bunch of storage here. It serves no purpose whatsoever. So the direction these things are going, I'm not a fan. I like the squared off bottom of the steering wheel, but let's leave it at that. Put the gear shifters back where they're supposed to be. Questions, comments, what your thoughts are, put them down below. Thanks for watching.